Hello everyone and welcome to the online session of science. So today we are going to discuss about chapter 5, which is separation of substances. So in this chapter we are going to cover different topics. In part 1 we are going to cover about pure substance, mixture. In mixture we'll discuss about types of mixture, properties of mixture. Then we'll discuss about importance of separation and different separation method we are going to discuss about. So first, as here you can see in the slide, pure substance and mixture. In pure substance we are going to discuss about element and compound. These are the types of pure substance. And next is mixture. In mixture, we'll discuss about homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So here you can see about pure substance. So pure substance is a kind of substance, or we can say such substance that is made of only one kind of particle is called a pure substance. So as I have told you, there are two types of pure substance, element and compound. Iron, silver, gold and sodium are examples of elements, and carbon dioxide, water, sodium chloride means common salt, and vinegar are some examples of compound. So here you can see the definition also. A compound is a pure substance that is composed of two or more elements and that are chemically combined. As you can see the example H2O. So water molecule is an example of pure substance or compound, we can say. An element is a pure substance that cannot be broken down into simpler substances because it is made up of only one atom. Here you can see the example H stand for hydrogen. So this is about pure substance and types of pure substance, which are elements and compound. In our next slide, we'll discuss about mixture. So a mixture is a substance that is obtained by mixing more than one kind of particle. It is made up of two or more components, and where each component having its unique property. Here you can see in the slide, a mixture is a substance made by combining two or more different materials in such a way that no chemical reaction occurs. A mixture can usually be separated back into its original components. Some examples of mixtures are tossed salad and salt water. As here you can see, a mixture can usually be separated, but pure substances can't be. For example, you cannot separate hydrogen and oxygen from the water molecule, but you can separate a different component from a tossed salad. So this is about mixture. This is the definition of mixture. Here you can see heading properties of a mixture. So here we are going to discuss about different properties of mixture. So a mixture is not, or you can say the composition of a mixture is not fixed. Why? Because the component may be present in different ratio. The component of a mixture retain their own characteristics property, each component having their own property, and mixture do not have a fixed melting and boiling point. Each component could have a different boiling and melting point. So these are some properties of mixture which we have discussed. Then now we are going to discuss about types of mixture. As I have told you, pure substance, there are two types of pure substance, element and compound. And in mixture, there are two types, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So if we'll talk about homogeneous mixture, so first just see the definition. So homogeneous mixture, such a mixture in which all its components are evenly distributed throughout the mixture is called homogeneous mixture. In this kind of mixture, the particles, the components are evenly distributed. As you can see the examples here, salt water solution. If you will take a 1 glass water and you will pour some amount of salt into it, when you will stir it, after some time you can't see the salt particle because the salt particle will be evenly distributed into the water. So this is kind of homogeneous mixture. Iodine is an example of homogeneous mixture. Vinegar, stainless steel. Stainless steel is a mixture of iron, chromium and nickel. So this is about homogeneous mixture. A pure air is also a homogeneous mixture, as the different components of air are mixed at a much finer level and so are not readily distinguished. Now come to the next, which is heterogeneous mixture. So in heterogeneous mixture, as we have discussed in homogeneous, the components are evenly distributed. But in homogeneous mixture, the components are not distributed evenly throughout the mixture. Here you can see this. So the definition could be such a mixture in which its components are not distributed evenly throughout the mixture is known as or is called heterogeneous mixture. We can take an example of sand and water. When we try to mix sand into the water, when you stir it, after some time what you will see is sand will settle down at the bottom. So sand would not be evenly, or sand particle would not be evenly distributed into the water. So this is a kind of heterogeneous mixture. Fruit salad, mixture of a chalk in water are some examples of heterogeneous mixture. Now we'll discuss about importance of separation, as the chapter name, separation of substances. So why separation is needed? So first is to remove unwanted particles. If we want to remove unwanted particle, so separation is important. For example, a bhel mixture. A bhel is a mixture of so many ingredients: onion, tomato, potato, chilies, etc. But as you can see here, if someone who does not like spicy food want to remove the chilies, so what we need to do? we'll separate it from the bale. So, to remove unwanted particles which we do not want. Next example you can see here. Your mother always removes stone from rice before she cooks because stones are not wanted. We are not going to eat them. So, separation is necessary to remove the stones. So, first point is to remove unwanted particles. Second, you can see here, to obtain important substances, or we can say to obtain useful components. Here you can see the example. Crude oil is a raw oil. So, it is a mixture of so many oils. It has petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin wax, but it also contains impurities. So, separation is required here. We all know petrol and diesel are used in vehicles and vehicles cannot run without them. So, they have to be separated from the crude oil. Next is to obtain pure substances. Here you can see salt water is not very important to us. Sea water, we can take an example of sea water. But salt and water individually are very useful to us. Hence, we need to separate both from each other. How the salt separated from the sea? By the process of evaporation. So, this is a kind of separation process. So, here we have discussed about importance of separation or why separation is needed. So, to remove unwanted particles, to obtain important substances, to obtain pure substances. Next is methods of separating mixture. Now we'll discuss about different methods of separating mixture. In this session, we'll only discuss about separation of solid from other solids. So in this, we are going to discuss about solid-solid separation. So, or we can say a solid can be separated from a mixture of solid by making use of properties such as shape, size, color, weight, magnetic properties. So, these are different characteristics. So, first method we are going to discuss about is as the picture shows. This is the method of hand picking. So, here we will discuss about hand picking. Hand picking involves picking out substances by hand and separating them from others. But it is used when the components to be separated are large and easily, or we can say the size should be different. Unwanted material are present in small quantities maybe. The shape, size and the color of the unwanted material are different from those of the useful material. Then only we can separate it. You can see the example here, separating pebbles from rice or dal, pulses. Separating grass from mint leaves. Separating parts of a salad. So, this is the method of hand picking. And here you can see the examples and picture also. The next method would be this is, here you can see the different pictures by hand, by hands, by animals. So here you can see the different processes of threshing. So second method is threshing. Threshing is the process of separating grains from the harvested stalks. After harvesting the wheat and rice crop, the grains are separated from the stalks. and this is done by threshing. It can be done by hands, as you can see in the picture. It can be done by animals and by machines also. So this is the process of threshing. Now move to the next. Here you can see the pictures. This process is known as winnowing. So winnowing is the process which is used for separating grain from the husk. Farmers drop the mixture of grain and husk from a height, as you can see the picture, and the husk is carried by the wind and forms a heap at a small distance away. The wheat grains, being heavier, fall almost vertically to form a separate heap. So in this method, wind is used to separate heavier particles from a light particles. So this is the process of winnowing. Here you can see the picture of sieving. So sieving is used for separating components of a mixture on the basis of their particle size. Here size is very important. Then only the substances will be separated. As you can see sieve here. So pores in a sieve allow the smaller component of the mixture to pass through and retain the larger one. So this is the process of sieving. Next process you can see here, magnetic separation. So some substances are attracted by a magnet, as we all know. Such substances are known as magnetic substances. In a mixture where one of the component is magnetic in nature, we can separate that component with the help of a magnet. Here you can see in the picture also. And this method is also used in the recycling industry to separate waste material that are magnetic. So this is a kind of magnetic separation. So these processes only we have discussed in this session. Other processes we will discuss in our next session. So today we have discussed about pure substance, mixture, types of mixture, types of pure substance, some properties of mixture, why separation is important, and different separation method of solid from other solid. I hope you all have understood about it. See the video carefully. Till then, thank you so much. Stay safe.